Hi everyone, this is a short video to get you going in Power Teacher Pro. During this video, we'll talk a little bit about the global tabs, how to add categories and weight your categories, as well as the most important part of Power Teacher Pro is to create assignments and score those assignments. Our secondary schools are on the traditional letter grade system. For the most part, our secondary schools are on the traditional letter grade system, A, B, C, D, F. All teachers report grades quarterly. Grades are done at the end of each quarter, October 10th, January 5th, March 6th, and May 21st. General education teachers, those teachers of record in Power School, are required to report grades. Special education teachers may or may not report grades. However, all special education teachers complete progress reports. Okay, so let's get in and check out the platform. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and sign in to Power School. And as soon as I get into Power School, you'll notice the courses of which I'm a teacher of record are going to populate here to this home screen. And the place where you're going to create your assignments and assign grades are in this upper left-hand corner, Power Teacher Pro. When you get in here, you'll notice that at the top, by clicking into this drop-down, all the courses of which you're a teacher of record are here. When you're creating your assignments, you want to be super careful that you're creating your assignments in the correct classes so they'll populate where you want them to populate. Also important is there's a drop down here where you click into the quarter you're working in. So again, you want to make sure that your assignments are getting into the correct quarters. So all right, so let's check out those tabs at the left-hand side. The grading tab is really where you're going to do most of your work. This is where you'll see an assignment list. There's a score sheet where you can attach grades to. There is a categories tab. All accounts default to these 4 categories. Now, let's say you wanted to have another category. Maybe you wanted a participation category. Know that you can create categories by clicking into this plus. You can add a category. You can add a category for specific classes or all your classes. So let's say you wanted a participation category. You can give the new category whatever you want a name. You can assign it a different color. Let's assign this green. You can give it a description. And when you're all ready to rock and roll and it's the way you want it to be, you click save, and then you have an additional category. If you want that, know that there are some additional tabs down here below where you could assign grades using those tabs. Using this global tab again at the left-hand side, your student tab allows you to drill down to specific students. You can gather different pieces of information that you might need for specific students using this tab. There is a progress tab that allows you to see what the progress is. This report tab has many different reports that could or could not be helpful to you. I do encourage you to check out the different reports at this tab. Now, where I was trying to get to is the settings tab. Know that you can tailor your profile to look any way you want it to look. In the display settings, I do encourage you to make sure that you have the show traditional grades checked. Since secondary, for the most part, is a traditional scoring system, you're probably not going to need this checked. However, feel free if you want to. So know that you can make some changes there in the settings. If you go back to the settings tabs, you can assign specific names to specific courses. Say, for example, you had 2 earth science courses in the same day. You can name that period 1, period 2, so that you're more efficient getting in and out of Power Teacher Pro. There is a comment bank. I am going to have a specific additional video talking just about assigning comments when it gets closer to the end of the quarter. I do encourage you to check out your traditional grade calculations tab. You can tailor your categories to weight in whatever way you want them to weight out to calculate grades. Let's say you wanted to reweight your categories for quarter one. Right now, it is calculated by total points. If you click into the edit feature, you can weight your categories by clicking into category weighting and click into each individual category. So let's say classwork, maybe you want classwork to be 20% of the grade, let's say. And then I'm going to add another category here. And then maybe you want the projects to be 30%, let's say. Let's add another category. Maybe you want the quizzes to be 20%. And then maybe you want this last category, the tests, to be 30%. So again, the point I'm trying to make is that you can tailor your categories to weight out whatever way you want using the settings feature. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. Okay, let's create an assignment. So the most efficient way to create an assignment is clicking into this plus button. This particular, I happen to be on Earth Science. So any assignment that I create is going to populate to Earth Science. Let's say you wanted to create, let's say we're going to create a geometry assignment. So I'm going to select the class. I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to give that assignment a name. Maybe it's lesson 5, let's say. I'm going to select a category where I want that to populate to. Maybe we're going to have a quiz on lesson 5. I can assign the due date. Let's say that due date is going to be tomorrow, Friday. And for this particular assignment, you can select whatever score type you like. And I want the quiz to be, let's say, 20 points. You can select or deselect whether you want this to count in the traditional final grade. I'm going to leave that selected. And before I click save and close, I want to bring your attention to the tabs at the top. Typically, whenever you create an assignment, it automatically defaults to application to all students. However, you can select specific students that you want specific assignments to apply to. So just know that feature is there for you. You can select standards if you want to. And the publish feature is defaults to publishing the assignment immediately. However, you can set yourself up for success and you can create assignments in advance and have them published on specific days. If you're all ready to rock and roll, you like the way that you created your assignment, you're ready to save and close. You'll notice here that there's a flag that lets me know that lesson 5 created successfully, and I can go ahead and score the assignment from here. And you can just go ahead and start assigning grades. Now, when you click into this box, this black box at the right-hand side shows up, and you can assign however many points each student got. Let's just say that everybody got 20 points on this specific quiz. There's a fill feature at the right-hand side that if you put 20 in at the top, you can use this fill feature and it will fill down, which will just make things a little quicker and easier for you. The fill feature can be selected for horizontal or vertical filling. And so I just wanted to let you know about that feature in PowerTeacher Pro. Okay. That's it for now. The district recommendation is that all teachers get into Power Teacher Pro at least once a week to update student progress. Students and parents need weekly information on how they're doing. In the secondary world, grades determine eligibility for participation in sports. So it's super important that students have a dipstick on how they're doing in your class. It's not fair to a student if you input all your grades right before the end of the quarter and then all of a sudden they're not eligible to play in a sport. So right now, start thinking about how you want to set up your grading system and start collecting evidence towards grades.